XRP is about to pop. I'm going to go over my XRP price prediction here. We're going to look at all the details. Family, welcome back. It's another week under our belts. Woo! It was crazy. Just finished up the live stream day trading 0 DTEs. I call it Casino Friday. Rolling the dice, went 3-1 on plays on the live, and one more play before that, which was a win as well. 4-1 for the day, up over $300 on my day trading overall, making it I think 5 or 6-0. And I think, I don't even remember if it's like 16-2 or 17-2 or 13-2, 14-2. The individual trades, we are destroying it. I bought my first cryptos, folks. XRP was one of them. This was yesterday. I'm going to be buying more over the weekend. XRP, Solana, and Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm buying 6 other ones as well. So join with that second link. Get funded in there. Put your money in there. Sign up. Put your money in there. You can follow along. I'm going to be releasing those plays on YouTube, but first in the Discord. Always. A lot of words right there. And now we're going to take advantage of it. Now, we're going to look at XRP. I'm going to go over where I see it going here. We're going to look at the daily candles, the weekly candles, maybe even the 4-hour candles, give you a real nice update on the charts of what's happening out there. But first things first, if you want to remember that the correlation between the markets and crypto, it's there. Like it, hate it. Somebody said, boy, Mo, I always liked the fact that crypto wasn't correlated to the equity markets. And now, looking up what you said, I found out they're pretty strongly correlated, around 0.6. For the coefficient. But it's up to you guys in doing your due diligence and figuring out how much is going to be affected day by day. So for me, I look at this at a long-term run, and I realize the correlation's strong enough that you can't ignore what's happening in the equities market and the Fed and all that and think your crypto, like it used to be, is just going to do its own thing. Now, after having almost four straight weeks of downness, we just turned it around for the week in the last literally minutes. Look at this right here. I got it. That right there pushed us up for the week. And that broke the string, I think, of like 4 or 5 weeks of being down week after week after week. In my opinion, I think we are now at a stage with the budget being passed, all that good stuff happening. We still got the threat of tariffs out there, but I do believe we're going to have a rebound. So I'm feeling really good about this. Now, you may say, what's that got to do with XRP? Well, as you think about it, and I'll go back. So we had about 4 or 5 weeks being down, right? So let me show you this. We'll pull up Ethereum because I want to show you about 5 weeks ago. So where are we at right now? 21st, so 14th, 7th, the end of, what are we at? End of February, 21st, 14th. So if we go back and you look at about 5 weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, 5 to 6 weeks ago, that puts you right in this zone, right? And when you look at how bad it got when it was already kind of consolidating a little bit, but then the markets crashed over the next 5 weeks. Look how bad that dropped. It just collapsed down. And it's still not done collapsing. It's failing on the 13 now. We need to push above there to get up to the 50, but we haven't done it, right? And so my opinion is that once you start to see, and look how good that looks compared to everything else. XRP's looking fantastic. I don't care what anybody says. I just showed you Ethereum, one of the big three. It looks terrible. 50-something, almost 60% down from the highs. Just absolutely clobbered. And here's XRP, up hundreds and hundreds of a percent, and it's still up hundreds and hundreds of percent from the same time period. Just incredible. The disappointment. What's the disappointment? Well, we had the case closed, Mo, and that's what we've been waiting for. Sorta. And for everybody not understanding why I said sorta, you have the appeal from Ripple still there. So even though the SEC has withdrawn their appeal, you have Ripple with their appeal to make the terms even better. In other words, they're in a no-lose situation to better the terms of whatever settlement or whatever judgments and all that the court system has come to. And with the SEC on their side, talking to the judges and everything else, we may just see even better resolution to the lawsuit and everything else. So Keep that in your mind. Put it in your back pocket. We need that to pull out someday. Make even more money. Remember what we're talking about now. Trying to get to that financial freedom and generational wealth. It's not a one-day trip, step after step. And I like what we're seeing right now. So we did a couple of things. Let's look at the daily candle first for XRP as we look at the price predictions I want to talk about. You got right now the 5 crossing the 13, which is good. We just tested off of the 13 right here, pushed back up a little bit. We are pushing down to have a finishing candle below the 50 EMA. 50 EMA is approximately, it looks like 243, and we're priced in at 239 right now. Now, 4 cents off that. What we're looking for over the next 48 hours is to push back above the 50 EMA. If we do confirm down below the 13 EMA, we will, and that's 236, we will make a retest all the way down 202, and we do not want to see that. Right now, it is a very short-term, over the last 2 weeks, bullish move. Hitting the 13 is fine after a monster candle here, coming back down, retesting, and pushing back up to new higher highs is exactly what I'm expecting. Now, that's all short-term stuff. I told you I'd even look at the 4-hour candle to give you a better idea. Look at this. Monster push up, broke a double crust. Anybody on a 4-hour candle, you guys know if you've taken my course what I teach. If you get a double crust, we will see more times than not that it will run all the way back down and retest between the 13 and 50 EMA before it finds support. And then it'll move back up, retest that high, or most likely make a new higher high. Take a look. Up it goes. Double crust is when you break the top Bollinger Band twice. At that point, I expect it to come down, test the 13, 13, 13, down to the 50, 50. Oh, holding up, moving up a little bit. That's right, because the 50 on a move like that will normally hold. So what we're looking for in the 4-hour is to hold that 50 EMA and start pushing back up. So it's looking good there. I know it flipped bearish, but the 50 did hold so far. So we need to have the 5 EMA cross the 13 on the 4-hour, and we're off and running. If we confirm below the 50 EMA, yes, we got bigger troubles, and we start to move back down and start retesting 222. There are your lines you're looking for. Now, if we go out to the weekly, take a look at the weekly candles, and it's always amazing when you scroll out. You realize how good we have it, how nice this looks. Look at all these X's. They're all RSI above 75, way overbought. Told you it needed to come down, tease the 50 RSI right here, and you can see it. We got all the way down to like 50, 51. Now we're at 56 on the RSI, which is beautiful. And it's very bullish. This chart is extremely bullish. We got overbought on the RSI all the way up in the 90s. Came all the way back down. Told you it was going to come down to the 50 RSI over time. It did. We hit the 50, and now we're bouncing back up, which you want to do. And it looks like off of last week's candle, we got all the way down to that support, pushing back up. Now, what we need, a big line across is 239. Let's get this candle back above 239, or at least close green, and have next week's candle keep moving back up. We should be just fine to go ahead and start retaking that 340 high. And to me, this is looking fantastic. So my short-term price prediction over the next 4 to 8 weeks is we should question mark, be back up to that 340 or higher, especially with the case solved. You got SAB 121 gone. We got, you know what? A lot of good ETFs out there, applications, but not the big one. We need BlackRock stepping it up. Are you watching? Get the application in so we can start giddy up in here. And after that, we'll be even better. But right now, a lot of bears out there, they would love to see this thing crash back down on a weekly below the 50 EMA. It's at 154 in the weekly. We're not going to. This will keep moving up and eventually get into the zone that you see right here. It might be 4 to 8 weeks, but then you're going to hit it, just blow up. Now, I think we're going to have a nice move up before then, but because I think the application from BlackRock for an XRP ETF will come sooner than later in those 8 weeks. I know some people say, no, they're not going to do it. I think they're going to. And I think I'm not going to be surprised at all, but it's going to be a nice major announcement out there that they're getting their hands in there and doing their thing. Because we remember a couple of months ago, they said they have no plans at that particular moment of doing it. Now that the case is solved and everything else, I bet their plans have changed. I will say it again, 340, I like it. Where do I see it this year? To be blunt, with the case, get the appeal, BlackRock, all of this and more in the spot ETFs, all getting my estimate by October, plus or minus a month, for OKs for these ETFs. I believe by the end of the year, we are between, and depends how good this could get. I definitely think we're up to the $5 zone to possibly 15 zone. So 5 to 15 by the end of this year for everybody hoping for more. We could get there. That's my base case. And I know what you're saying. Whoa, how high? That's right. We're at 240 roughly. So that means 100% from here by the end of the year. And if we somehow run all the way up to 15, you're getting 6 times your money. And what I mean by that is everything starts to go all because you got the DC wild card. You don't know what they're going to come out with down there in terms of, are we going to start buying for the strategic stockpile? XRP's been named. Or what are they going to do for all of these things? And, you know, one announcement down there can change everything. And I mean, they could pump this whole, you could pump up the entire crypto sector by 100% with the one statement out of DC.